Morning. It's August 9th, and today we're in Proverbs 21. And it's interesting, I think, that this kind of coincides with what we've been reading about Artaxerxes in Ezra. And just a couple of verses and just a brief comment on it. But it says, "In the Lord's hands, the king's heart is a stream of water that he channels toward all who please him. A person may think their own ways are right, but the Lord weighs the heart." Those two things are certainly connected here. It's talking about the heart of the king, and we see that with Artaxerxes, even that God is directing him and his activities for his purposes and for those for the good of those who please him. So for Ezra and for those exiles who are coming back. Of course, in this chapter that we're reading in exile now, there's quite a bit of consternation on Ezra's part, sadness, because the people, even though they've returned physically to the land, are still disobeying the commandments of the Lord, and so are not rejoicing in the blessings that he would have for them. So there was a cure to idolatry in a sense, but there's still a lot of work to be done in the human hearts of those who are coming back from exile. But the good news is that God is working even in the heart of the king, of a pagan king, a foreign king, to accomplish his purposes, and that ultimately each person is responsible for their own heart before the Lord. And that's what the Lord weighs in judging them. So it's not what the nation as a whole does that leads to individual condemnation, but each person is responsible for their own soul and self before the Lord, too.